Alan, a common name, but moving in a new direction.
Oh, no, I know lots of Allens. Oh, the car, yes. We're here with the Toyota Corolla Cross Atmos. David, not only is Atmos the new nomenclature for the top branch of a Toyota tree, but this one also has several options. Now, there's a few cars in the range, and you can get
A GX, a GXL, and an Atmos.
right, and they've also got a couple of drivetrains. They've got.
A two-wheel drive, a two-wheel drive hybrid, and a four-wheel drive hybrid.
Tell me the price.
It starts at about $34,000. You add 2.5 for hybrid, you add 3,000 for the GXL, and you add 6,800 to go up to the Atmos.
And is that for the two-wheel petrol?
What it means is that the top of the range Atmos is about $50,000 plus on road.
Plus on roads, and the top of the range Atmos is the 2-litre hybrid with all-wheel drive. And I don't know why on earth they've done this, but the all-wheel drive models have multi-link rear suspension, and the two-wheel drive, the front-wheel drive versions have torsion beam rear end, which I am not fussed on. They go bouncy in corners.
Well, the all-wheel drive version is putting an electric motor in the back.
Very small one, but here's the thing, you can't add the power, which is 30 kilowatts, I think.
Yeah, for the electric engine, yes.
At the back,
yeah.
Motor, yep. You can't just add that to the hybrid system at the front and get a total power thing. No, that's not how it works.
The total power, though, is 146.
Correct,
for
but
the
that's
hybrid.
whether it's two-wheel or all-wheel drive.
Okay, but
Yes.
as long as it's both hybrid.
Yes.
Yeah, but if it's
now the-
non-hybrid, it's 126.
Correct. Now the reason for that is the way and the RAV4 works the same way, so does Yaris Cross, that it's there for the way it shuffles power around. So you've got 100% of power, which is 146 kilowatts. The electric system shuffles power from the front to the back wheels, but only the electric power.
All right, yes.
Now,
Of
so
course.
the only thing connecting the front wheels to the back wheels is a cable.
Correct.
Oh, and a bit of car. Because it
Otherwise, you'd
fall
be
apart. Yeah.
like a trapeze.
David, what do you think of the looks? Look, it's got a little bit of black, chromey sort of effect. I'd rather just actual chrome, but I like something to shine up. But I think it looks very plain.
Well, it's got a strong grille, but you look at where they're putting a lot of angles and creases, and this is fairly simplistic.
And how would you describe the side profile, David? A little bit of chrome here, but it is placky chrome, so very likely to peel off in due course. And from this angle, you can actually see a little bit more of the character lines on the side of the car that run along the side here and up and over the taillights, Dave.
There's nothing to make it stand out.
But it's not offensive either.
No. It's safe.
But I think we've got a perfect chance here for a glass bit of tailgate to flick up so you didn't have to open the whole thing.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't. But what it does have is the top model, and this is
the Atmos.
the top model only. It's got a kick to open, but the key's in the car, so it won't kick. It's got to come forward. And we've got an inside that you can change the height of this, obviously. We've got some JBL speakers.
It lacks some room here because of the engine, but it does go in a reasonable way. If you get rid of this security panel, you have a bit more room, and I think that's quite usable.
And seats go down 60-40. I've not been in the back of this, David. What's it like getting in?
Oh, not bad.
Notice I've got the sunroof open, so it looks like you've got a little bit of light in the back. It's not quite as dark as it could be.
I find that pretty roomy. Notice, of course, that the electric seat is only for the driver.
Yeah.
So I've got plenty of room under here for my feet.
And there's much less room on this side for my driving position there is for yours. Whoever's behind me would be very cramped. But you do have a couple of vents, David. And is there some outlets down below, or is that just a little cubby? Just a cubby.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear, no kids on long trips in this car. Of course this has smart entry and start, and because this is a hybrid, when I press start, nothing happens. It's just the electric motor turns on and it says it's now ready and it's in EV mode. There are drive modes, but it's... Let me turn that down. But the hybrid is limited to, as I said outside, not off-road modes. So, there we go. Isn't that quiet? It's taken off in EV mode. And you can see on this fully digital dash, I think that's around 12 inches. It's showing me, you can change the views, but I've got it showing me what the power's doing. Regeneration, interestingly, is only done from the front wheels. The back wheels have very little role to play. I put the drive mode into power going up this hill just to see what happens. The dash went red for a minute and I noticed a definite improvement in my performance, because otherwise it is, for 146 kilowatts, quite mild. Let's see what happens when I go around this corner. Try and get it in this traffic. That's reasonably nippy. And I notice also that the graphic is showing me that the power is also going to the back wheels. Now, as I said outside, that is the electric power only. Let's talk a little bit about the cabin. The steering wheel is now the standard Toyota layout. The stalk behind the steering wheel, that's gone, thankfully. And it's just now a standard set of Toyota buttons. You can see them on all Toyotas. Just going to pop. Now, unfortunately, this selector button for the drive modes is just a push. You have to cycle through them. You can see now that the light's really slipping away from me, so I'll try and get this bit done as quickly as possible. The rest of the interior, nice big screen in front of the driver. I've currently got this on CarPlay, and the interesting thing is that Toyota now offers wireless CarPlay. Down below that are some manual controls which I really like, easy to see air conditioning controls, and of course there's a sync button for the dual zone climate function. Below that, heated seats for the front. The driver's seat has powered function as well, but the passenger seat has to make do with shift them yourself. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've been battling all week with this Qi charger. For some reason, it doesn't seem to like my MagSafe charge case. On the dash, I can see that I'm doing about 5.6 litres per 100 kilometres, and all of the essential drive data is displayed. The other thing is, unlike the Honda and cars that I've had over the last few weeks, there's no head-up display. And I suppose the important thing about an interior is that you want it to be comfortable, and that it is. And this leather or leather look seat covering, very comfortable and easily wipes stains off too, if you know what I mean. On the highway, the auto function for the steering and the speed control and the distance control has been activated, and I'm humming along fairly nicely. But I tell you what, there is quite a bit of cabin noise on this not very nice road surface. The ride is nice and comfortable. It's not too hard, not too soft. You can see the light really has failed now. So let's just have a quick go through the bends before there's no light whatsoever. Interestingly, there's been a little bit of light rain, and you can see on my graphic that the system is cutting in mainly with all-wheel drive. Okay, I can see now that this seems to be just standard high beam. Okay, they're doing a little road work, so we've reduced to 60. Okay. Left lane ending. It's all right, but should still be... Oh, now it's 40. Well, the high beam system seems to be working pretty well. but again, not Matrix. And you'll remember that Honda we were in a few weeks ago that had Matrix across the range. Well, this has been a little bit disappointing. I had hoped to show you what this was like in the Benz, but what a bust. This car is about ferrying people around in comfort, and Toyota is trying to take its most popular passenger car, the Corolla, and make some hay while the sun shines by making an SUV version of it. But David, it has come time. Hit like.
Leave a message.
And I think to subscribe just over there.